control the uncontrollable. When something comes into our life, a change, and we're experiencing many, many changes right now that are undesirable. But when an undesirable, unexpected change comes into our life, that's of a permanent nature, that is of an unchanging nature, and we resist it. We struggle with it. We try to stop it from happening. And that's where the suffering comes in. All suffering arises from that which we desire to be different than it is, but can never be. This brings us to the tale of the butterfly. There comes a time in a caterpillar's life when it's driven by some inside force to cocoon itself or to casket itself inside this enclosure and hide away from all of life. And while the caterpillar is in this cocoon, it actually melts down. All the physical substance disappears, and nothing is left but a soupy, milky substance. Well, after a while, all these caterpillar cells gather together in this cocoon, become aware that something has happened, and a butterfly cell has emerged into the soupy substance. Now just imagine this as a total cellular family of darkness, and within it there comes a single butterfly cell of light. And they treat it like a foreign intruder. And they terminate it. The caterpillar cells terminate the butterfly cell. But then another butterfly cell emerges. And they terminate that one. But then another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, and they connect together until pretty soon the light of the butterfly cells is so great that they transform the caterpillar cells into that which they are meant to be. So what's the purpose? I mean, I didn't come here this morning to give you a lecture on the metamorphosis of the caterpillar to the butterfly. But there's similarities. You know, we view a butterfly as a miracle, miraculous in its being. But any more so than each of us? I mean, there was a point for each and every one of us at the very beginning of our existence when all of us could fit on the head of a pin. We were that tiny, microscopically small. Yet from that, here we are. Look what we become. Look what we can do. Every bit as miraculous as a butterfly. Basically, our lives are determined by the mindset that we've dedicated ourselves to. We picked up beliefs along the way. This is the way life is. This is the way I am. This is the way I react to certain situations and circumstances. And from that, we develop attitudes within our mind that are very strong. The scientists call it muscle memories because they dominate what we do and who we are. Very much like the caterpillar cells. And so we determine that I no longer want to be an angry person, I no longer want to be a fearful person, I no longer want to be sad, I no longer want to feel like I am confined and I have no freedom to live my life that I want to live. I'm going to change my mind. When we attempt to do that, one thought surfaces within our mind and is overwhelmed by the darkness of this negative attitude that we've nurtured most of our lives. And so it dissipates. We go in a situation that's normally fearful, and normally full of anxiety, and we affirm ourselves, I'm going to be confident, I'm going to be confident, I'm not going to be scared. And the mind says, no, you're not. That's not the way you are. You've never been that way. I say, yes, I am. Well, you're not. Yes, I am. Well, you're not. I am too. No, you're not. This is the way you are. All the negative attitudes come back and say, this is the way we are and we can't change. And so that one little hopeful affirmation is terminated. We start to think, yeah, that's right. You know, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I am that way. I always will be Well, the latest issue of U.S. News and World Report, and there's an article on the mind, and scientists have discovered that the mind is adaptable. It's like fertile soil. And fertile soil has not been tended to, it's full of weeds. But this article tells us that the mind will accept anything that is planted in it. And if it is nurtured, it will grow. And that all these attitudes that we have and all these beliefs we live our lives by are fine, but that doesn't mean that's the way we are. It means that if we put forth an effort, we can change that. And it requires three things. It requires repetition, dedication, and emotion.